Okay, so we can fix this with a few booleans, and what we'll do is make them true when you press the key and make them false when you stop pressing the key. So for example, let's create 4 booleans in the main function. Boolean move right, move left, move up, move down. Alright, so we have 4 booleans, and let's set them to false in our constructor. So we're not moving in any direction when the game starts. Okay, let's go down. And we're going to add 4 if statements here. It's getting unorganized again, as you can see. But don't worry, this is just for teaching purposes at the moment. Actually, I'm gonna do controls a little bit different than this. I just want to show you guys how to do it if you guys want to do controls with keyboard. F, move, right. Oh, we already have right. Down. Else if, move up. Alright, so we have 4 if statements. And what we're gonna do is actually, when you press A, you move left. When you press S, you move down. When you press W, you move up. And when you press right, when you press D, you move right. And what we're simply going to do is set them to true here. So you move right, move up, true, move down, but now, so basically when you press, you make it true, and you'll move. But now the problem is, whoa, you can constantly move. You never stop. That's the problem with this. Because we're not setting it to false. So now we want to set to false when key is up. So what we're going to do is, after this break, you're gonna do key up. So when you press key up, and then we can just copy this. Actually, we don't need those brackets. So if the switch happens, checking each key. And don't forget about this break here. So we're just gonna make them false now. We'll still probably move too fast, as you can see. But when I stop pressing, so we can just reduce the speed. Because now it's kind of frame based. 1. But as you can see, you can't do two keys at once. I mean, if you want to go diagonally, for example, like this, when you press S and D, it doesn't recognize that. And that is because we have else's here. If you get rid of them, it will read all the keys at once. So then you can do diagonal movements as well. It's still a bit too fast. But the problem with diagonal movements, they'll move twice as fast. But you can see this is really too fast, and that is because it's frame-based. So if I turn on fraps, okay. So as you can see, we're getting over 2000 frames per second, and that's why it is really fast. If I would lock this game, you would move slower. So we need to make this movement frame-based. So no matter what frame rate you have, he will always move the same distance, and that'll be easy because we can use thing called SDL. We can make it like a time based, and we can say, for example, update movement every second or update movement every half of a second, and that can be done by using SDL underscore. There you go, and use a function called SDL underscore get text, and that gets the time in, if I remember correctly, in milliseconds since the game has started. We can use this to our advantage because we can create another variable called, for example, integer, and that will keep track of last time checked. So let's name it time check. And inside here, we're going to time check equals SDL underscore get text. And inside here, we're gonna create one if statement checking if text is plus, let's say, now here we define a time. So 500 is half of a second, since so time check plus 500, which is half of a second. 1000 is 1 second. If that is less than no, if it's greater than, and here we're gonna do so if half of a second has passed, read this. And then we're gonna reset the value again. So every half of a second, this will run. So hopefully that's going to work. So now, that's not working. It's still really fast. Maybe it's 5000. If it's greater. Oh, it's less than. If it's. Yeah, that's more like it. It's less than. So half of a second obviously is. Let's do 50. As you can see, we slowed it down. Let's do 5. That's better. So we have character moving with WASD. Now we have another problem, which is, as you can see, we can move up and down quite quickly. But if we press W and D, you move actually faster diagonally. So now it moves faster diagonally. You can actually fix this by slowing the speed down by half when you press down key and right key, down key and left key, up key and right key, and up key and left key. But for now, here you can't change the speed any lower than this because 1 is the lowest. You can get, well, you can get to 0, but at 0 you won't move, since this is the x and y positions are integers. Then you will have to change this to 2, and when you move diagonally it will be 1. But now it will move faster, but you can slow it down by changing this to 10. So we'll update this every 10 milliseconds instead of 5. So actually it will be the same speed. But still diagonally is faster because you have to reduce it to 1 when you press those two keys. And this will be the question of a day. Make character move diagonally in any direction. For example, going down and left should be the same speed as just going left, since diagonal speed is now twice as fast. As for us, in next tutorial we'll be doing controls different way than key presses. We're gonna move character with mouse for this game, since I want it to be more user friendly, and I think moving character with mouse will be better. Also, everything will be done with mouse pretty much. I don't think you will need any key presses unless you want to go to like escape for pause menu or something. But pretty much, I don't think the game will require any key presses. Everything will be like buttons and mouse presses, mouse related things. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how to do this with keyboard. How to do key presses with keyboard, just in case anyone wants to know this, and it's pretty good to know how to do this in future anyways. But we're gonna do movements differently.